Beehives are a part of nature. Ant colonies are a part of nature. Cities are a part of nature, right? Ants and bees, their attempt to control their immediate surrounding, to create colonies, beehives that are best adapted to their species, right? Protection of the queen in both cases. So these are matriarchal, right? I don't know. This is still the age where I don't edit or write my videos. I just open up the camera and shoot. So nonetheless, right, we have these two insects, ants and bees, who are both run by queens, who both have hives, right? And the human attempt at subjugating nature, it's human nature, particularly that of the male in the species, I believe, to try to control, to try to dominate nature. But that attempt at subjugation, at domination of nature, in fact, becomes a part of nature in itself, right? That's why for me, these high rises in the background, this is in fact a part of nature. Yeah, if you go to Yellowstone or some park where there's green, you get more uninhibited nature that hasn't been touched by human hands. But just because human hands touch nature, that doesn't mean that it ceases to become a part of nature. That attempt at human alteration of nature is a part of nature in itself. Human nature, therefore, becomes a part of nature in itself, right? One day, the human species will go extinct. Like, if you look at the way, like, our minds are being programmed right now with social media to have less and less attention span, to not be able to focus on great things. Instead, our attention span is being broken down, and we're made to focus on just sex, depravity, violence, fights, black fatigue videos, and racist whites, and just hatred and anger, right? So the human species, under this current condition, which I call the sentient mammal, will inevitably go extinct, right? And when that happens, therefore, what occurs, right? Our planet is just an abandoned beehive, right? Just this abandoned structure. Well, an abandoned beehive with the other existing life forms that manage to continue living will continue on. It's just human life will be uninhabited, or perhaps at a subsistence level that is barely noticeable, right? But yeah, so when our species finally goes extinct, these abandoned cities will just be like abandoned beehives that exist in nature that may or may not get discovered by some other life form. And if we don't get discovered by some other life form, then our existence, our memory just fades off into the nothing where once we all came from, right? The nothingness before the Big Bang, the nothingness after the Big Bang, after the universe contracts back into itself, right? And we will just be an irrelevant species that once existed and never did, just our tiny little speck in our little portion of the universe. And the universe will just continue on existing with all of its intelligent life forms, and we'll just descend back into nothing, and that's it.